This week, Nation's Business follows the Prime Minister, Commodore Voreqe Bainimarama, on his recent tour to the Northern Division to assess the progress in services and facilities delivered by government agencies. The tour also saw the Prime Minister officiate at the opening and launch of historic projects that will shape the development of the North. This includes achievements in the various sectors, including health, infrastructure, new homes, and opportunities for the growth of small business enterprises. Kick-starting the Prime Minister's tour was the opening of the long-awaited health nursing station in Bua. The new health station caters for 1,300 people, serving 5 villages, 16 settlements, 4 schools, and costs around $250,000. The 1-acre freehold land that the new nursing station sits on was donated by Mrs. Anita Devi Singh, who also donated $5,000 to the construction of the health station.
My government is building a new Fiji based on equality for everyone, a country in which we are all Fijians and our children grow up with the same opportunities. We also want them to be healthy. It is our responsibility to be role models for them by pursuing healthy lifestyles ourselves and encouraging them to follow our example.
And this one here is accessible to all the people now, because most of the people here are not that wealthy people. So in terms of transport and all the things reaching here, it will be very cheap for them. So I think this is a very big step that the government has done for the people here.
I'm very much thankful, and I just request for the public to support this government, because they have tried to help in all the needy areas. They're trying to really help us develop, and the people as well, and now we the citizens have to do our share.
Ausar raita kabe na time ke de la kumaya wa sati ko balni wai ke dua mai nawi ya wa ta mata tombale mai sa senga nasi sabi ala ko nambualu ke tu na banua ko sa drabua la kumaya wai sa senga nasi ende me ado nambualu ko sangena numa isa kalu sa sulia ko ke denaka bakai be bungona sa tarana kurni buli ko taradu na balni wai baltanu wai kanango sangai ang na buna ko sa tarango na baniway ko sa lebo maraw ko sa sangati ko boleh katin kawal nambaki metarado baniway.
From Bua Lomani Koro, the Prime Minister traveled to the settlement of Lovonindalo in the Navakasinga district to open the first rehabilitation home. A total of 33 homes were destroyed by Cyclone Evan in the district of Navakasinga last December. In the settlement of Lovonindalo alone, 13 homes were damaged. Their home was completely destroyed during the cyclone, forcing the young family to take shelter with neighbors. For them, this new home will bring relief.
What we have done during our phase 1 of rehab, we've allocated 3 houses in Lovonindalo. 1 is completed. This takes 10 days to complete. And what's fascinating about the rehab that we're doing at this time, we are practically engaging the people from the villages.
$1 million was budgeted for the construction of homes damaged by Cyclone Evan. This project was constructed by the community providing labor, with government providing raw materials. It's another 3-hour drive by road to the town of Lambasa, where the Prime Minister is expected to officiate at a series of other events. At Sukanai Valu Barracks, young men and women of the Republic of Fiji Military Forces are commended by the Prime Minister for their role in assisting government in its northern reforms. It's an opportunity for the Prime Minister to also present medals to officers who have served for more than 15 years at the RFMF. While in Lambasa, the Prime Minister opened the 3rd Government Service Center for the Northern Division. The opening provides an opportunity for government to improve the accessibility of government services and facilities to the public. This one-stop shop for the people of the North means that the public can have all their queries answered in one central location.
We have a Unicenter software where customers will come in, we will log all the complaints raised and forward to the focal points that has been identified by ministries.
Word must go back to the people that come and ask for assistance. This is really what's happening, and that's part of our service. And half of the time, people are stressed out because they don't know what's happening with their complaints. There's a group of NGOs sitting out here. We had breakfast together this morning, and they came and told me about their work, about providing counseling for stressed people. And I told them that we are also doing that for them. The government workers, the government services are provided to alleviate the stress that people go through, providing good road, water, electricity, good schools for the kids, free bus fare. That's all done to alleviate the stress that people go through in their everyday life. And you will be part of that process, of course. So congratulations, and we are looking forward to all the services that you can provide to the people of the North.
This is another landmark development for the North, where the government is bringing down service right to the people. In collaboration with the development effort that is going on, the people who need the public of the North, who are hungry for data and hungry for information on the various line ministries, this is a one-stop shop for us. It has been long overdue, and the timing is right. As you know, the Look North policy is now into fruition. This this information center will only enhance the people to understand the efforts of government in trying to uplift the livelihoods of the people, and how to harness that assistance through the various government ministries that are located within this government center. It is a one-stop shop, it's close to the bus stand, and it will enhance the development in the North.
From Lambasa town, Nation's Business traveled more than 5 hours through rough terrain to the coastal village of Wainingandru in Vakandrove, where the RFMF have been carrying out cyclone rehabilitation works in the village.
Thank you.
Iya, 10 CA. Persia tahu.
Iya, itu Bainimarama.
Itu nasar valeu.
From the province of Vakandrove, the Prime Minister rests briefly before his delegation reaches Rombi Island, home to more than 5,000 Fijians who are descendants of the Bainimarama people. Rombi is home to the Bainimarama community, who are the indigenous landowners of Bainimarama Island, now known as Ocean Island in Kiribati. Their resettlement in Fiji in 1945 by the British government was due to the mining of phosphate extracts and other minerals. Like other communities who have received assistance from government, for the first time, 2 new projects were opened by the Prime Minister, and these were the new ice plant, which cost $260,000 and is a joint venture between the Fiji government and the government of Japan. Secondly, the opening of Rambi's first ever jetty to the tune of $3.1 million is expected to transform the lives of Fijians on the island and contribute heavily to the development of the North.
What I think about them is what they did to us now, what are all the developments that they do on the island. That's really good for us, less expense for the people.
At the same time, opportunities for aquaculture farming were also presented to the fishermen by the Fisheries Department, who traveled with the Prime Minister. The Rambi Health Center was also opened by the Prime Minister. It's a move designed to improve medical services on the island.
TB patients will remain in Rambi, close to their homes and families during the entire course of their treatment. They no longer have to travel to Lambasa Hospital or Tamavua Hospital in Suva to spend the usual 2 months being treated. We'll be able to diagnose TB quicker and reduce the number of deaths that occur from TB or other diseases because of delayed diagnosis.
In terms of facilities, this is an upgrade. We came in, doors were all falling apart. The ward was in disarray, so facilities-wise, those have been refurbished, upgraded. Power supply has been upgraded to 24 hours with a new solar panel system provided by the grants. We need to make them aware of the services available since it's a refurbishment. Increase in outpatient, that's an indicator that patients are making use of the facilities. Outpatient numbers have increased over the past month as we started.
We don't have that much money to take us across. We just rely on what the hospital tell us to do.
And now that it's all upgraded?
Yeah, now when everything is upgraded, we don't have to look around. Sometimes we have to ask families to help us. So now everything is here, we don't need to go across.
2 months. Tomorrow 2 months. Celebration tomorrow. Party.
With a jetty and an ice plant already commissioned, our next stop was the garden island of Fiji, Taveuni, to open the new Taveuni South Secondary School, which was constructed by the members of the community in Vuna.
Nothing is more important to me as your Prime Minister than to ensure that our young people get the head start in life that a proper education provides. Every one of you students are the building block of the new Fiji we are striving to achieve, one based on equality and merit. We want to give you the opportunity to acquire knowledge, gain new skills, and prepare you for the challenges of a modern world that is much more competitive than it was when I was sitting in your place.
The new school is a relief for many parents, since 15 communities will benefit by sending their children to this school.
With the supporters, with the people that we see over here, I think they have really anticipated this event, and they have seen it, witnessed it, and I think they will enjoy it.
Lebih ngon saja kami semi ponto-ponto ni basi, anda mata kami orang akalok nak sarting salara lebih kimani. Ya sandona dona lebih bambule lebih kimani na korni buli bo sandola ni kuah.
I just would like to say that they should be really lucky that this school is being built, because we have seen the hardships that our kids had to go through when traveling so far from here, and they should make an effort to come to school and get educated.
One of government's many responsibilities is supporting and modernizing small-scale industries in the rural communities. For Taveuni, the copper sector received a major boost through the opening of the whole nut processing plant, which is expected to provide employment and improve the lives of many copper farmers.
This new processing facility is the latest step in a coordinated and determined effort to breathe new life into the industry and create new opportunities for domestic and international trade and investment.
Dolan ini waliniu ko proses teknik niu pambutan na ko tume lebuna be pator rek na senin niu lebuna ngona do ta chuna niu le no ko no ko santo kan suga di tebin manangan ko tulungan raunan tolan na tande se ko sar su sawe lebuna mata rek chunga nan na niu eta na kami ko ke misretal chunga nan kana bang tekina lewana ya nan kana ya tan na buna matua Bambu tak pakai enda bang na rete pun niu te busara menen rauni na kaya yo kana randa na bang takide ni sarate buna kasangen tolo meni kwa sarani babur bakasa me berna chuna bi korkoro me bambul multai tan niu
mailiu na kana titu na niu andau tanga val veran ni mamengkasiliu ada beki mam tio minggo ndau volte itu ni buru-buru tu ni la boy tabun do nangon ini kwa sama Indonesia ubo sama Ecuador sampai dolabuna walini niwo nanu mani dona bibu eleb kana ba bure baka samtala kina lomani kunongo tebun wernan dau teniu me buru ni la buru telangani bola nabi mata ba.
Other services that also had an additional boost were the opening of the new Correctional Services Center on the island. The new center was built to ease the overcrowding and improve working conditions for the correctional services staff.
As well as housing prisoners, the Taveuni complex, as I've mentioned, has another important function. And because of the vast stretch of unutilized land on the island, it can also supply ndalo and other foodstuffs to prisons in Fiji, in Vitilevu and Bunulevu, under the Fiji Correction Service commercialization program, currently centered in Nambour.
As the tour to Vanuatu draws to a close, Prime Minister Commodore Voreqe Bainimarama launches government's biggest infrastructure program, the $228 million road construction. This ambitious project will see the tar sealing of 70 kilometers of road starting from Voreqe to Nambowalu, a project that has long been waited for by Fijians in the north.
In fact, it's hard to overstate just how massive an undertaking this is and how important it will be for the development of the north, for the Fijians living here, for the farmers here, for the business here, for those looking to invest here, and for a whole area of industries that operate or that can potentially operate from here.
Salebu ay na auto sa ramay be mami nga salebu rawa-rawa. Na mindaw reda to mami mindaw la na makete. Me la ibolitay ina miboli. O si manda be mami maramay. Nyo mami marama salebu be da anilingay so misanda un garawatu kay ndaw renre na awang kay na makete me la ibolitay ina e bunandungan-dungan na enandaw lengkati o salebu ni Victor soyai. Sa umaraw ba binabaalim. Ni sana ba rarota ina be mami meraw ni minang karabe ba areda ina o mamitabi. Mambe ang ana.
Main stage is the contract is proposing to split this contract into 3 sections so that they can meet the completion date by 30 months contract period. So what they have done, so they have set up 3 camps to do simultaneously at all 3 camps.
It is also expected to provide employment to more than 700 people using local materials. While promoting the growth of small businesses is at the heart of government's rural development schemes, the Prime Minister's last stop of the tour was the island of Ngau. It's another 2-hour journey on board the naval vessel Kiro to the village of Ngarani for the opening of the biofuel mill. Here, he reiterates government's commitment to the development of rural and isolated communities. Most of the villages on the island have their own copper dryers. However, the opening of the first biofuel mill on the island will enable them to provide for themselves by using biofuel instead of diesel for electricity, cooking, and operating their own fishing boats.
Nunggu wari juga nabi kair ni rawatan ni una ni membulat juga namun nunggu eva tambuhin tu ibur liu sercu me wan kena politik tele so me bakana kena market kena ndalo ngon yo indua ka ibur liu juga nani tera ron kena salah ngamai tu ni lau ya sana bibu kisar kena boleh pun ni na enggangu siapa orang roteng ibur liu pun atau ngamai juga ingau sama mai tera telangan namilo.
Another new development for the islanders of Ngau was the opening of a crossing targeted at assisting the school children. The crossing will assist students of Lamiti Malawai School who had to cross a creek before reaching school.
Kimi maruta kani same dakarona wabu non ratatakos na ni memingone ndo rakidani setiko na kau don rendresar ni non rala konango ni kurni buli. Ya nangonang kosa ki memimaro ni same dakarona wabu sa butukan teksar ni kun sa indol.
For many northerners and villages living in maritime zones, these projects impact their daily lives. For communities, they bring relief and is a sign of the real commitment by government to improve their socio-economic status, a cornerstone to government's reforms.